You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts Jay Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm Jay Hove.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What up? What's going on, y'all?
Coach Lock in the building. Say what's up, Coach.
What's happening, fellas? Y'all good?
What's happening?
3 shows in 7 days. We've been putting in work. Huh?
Yeah.
Gotta work.
Now, for sure.
So this contract was our contract?
Yeah,
Gotta
now
work.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeff.
Overtime. Overtime when they wrong.
For sure, it's a double disc.
It's just saying, it's side A, side B.
Side A, side B.
Y'all know you salary, you don't get no OT.
Yeah, it's right there. Talking the truth. That remind me of that coach.
That's tough, my son.
That's tough, coach.
Damn, Coach.
Just saying, man.
Shout out to the listeners.
Hey, man.
Working hard. Weezy, what we got up on the show, man?
Today we are doing the LeBron James effect, the NBA.
For sure.
Okay.
FSPStyle, baby.
Always.
Sure.
Sure.
So let's kick it out with you, Weez. What's your best of the week?
My best of the week is 4 members of the soccer team in Thailand got out today, man.
Yeah, nah, for sure. That's always a good story, man.
Shout out to them, man.
For sure.
Okay.
They got more work to do, though.
That's rough.
It's work.
That's messed up, ain't it?
Yeah, man.
Especially the first diver they tried to send in to see how it was gonna go. He died. He didn't make it back.
He make it back.
Shout out, rest in peace to him and his family, man.
That's tough. That's a tough situation.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
wow.
Yeah, Jeff, what you got?
Man, completely other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Lil Duval got the best song of the summer.
Ah, shit.
That's the song of the summer, bro.
That was that straight.
It's on repeat.
You
It's
rolling
on rolling with
No, you're
that.
not. You're not
Ah,
rolling,
man.
listening to that.
Rolling.
Football greasy.
That's the only
Why you
problem.
football greasy?
I have no clue.
Yeah,
Florida.
He's a little Duval,
Yeah,
man. That's why.
it's Florida.
That's why.
That's song of the summer, man.
Song, chill. Song of the summer.
We don't have one.
In my feelings.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Boot up.
Pulled up.
Yeah. It's cool.
It has been 2 years.
Biddy
though.
Badu.
Dang,
Boot
nigga.
up. What you got, Coach?
Then I had them 4 boys from the Thai soccer team.
Yeah.
And also, man, finally better get on the grill.
Yeah,
Hometown grill,
Most
man.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coach.
Felt good
Yeah.
getting on the grill out there,
Yeah,
man.
coach.
Ain't nothing like having
Wings,
your own grill, knowing
Yeah.
your grill.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You get on another grill that's different.
Coach came through
Shout out
his
to them
grill.
wings, Coach. Shout out to them
PSA,
wings.
if you had Coach call you, tell you on the grill. Whatever
Get
you
there.
got to do.
Get there.
Get there.
Better get there. My best of the week is Isaiah Briscoe getting a contract.
Ah, shit.
Signed for a contract with the Magic. It's just him and DJ Augustine on the roster. They just traded for Jerry and Grant. So looks like my guy's gonna make this team. That means
Hey, I can see him now. When he heard that, he started to
It's
percolate it.
And I
It percolate
it was a good fist pump.
Alright, so over under 15 points a game.
Hell no. No. Way under. We just trying to make a team.
Okay.
Over
Just trying to make a
15
team.
minutes
Yeah,
again.
He didn't sign a 2-way or nothing like that. He signed a regular season
That's
contract. It means this is before he even played in the game, Jeff.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
This is just practice. I mean, he was working somebody.
Yeah,
in practice.
somebody
Somebody was getting that
somebody
business.
got an example out of.
Let me get this.
Yeah.
It's just like we talked about before we got started.
Okay.
This is summer league workout.
Yeah, no,
You know?
I'm just saying.
So
But
what are you expecting from
I'm
him in
expecting
the regular
him
NBA season?
to back up Isaiah Thomas.
And
this
what
year.
I mean, is he gonna be
In
like
what
a,
capacity?
yeah, like a
Like
Terry
Shabazz.
Rozier?
Nah, hell nah. Like
Yeah.
Shabazz Napier when Dame Lillard was out.
Okay.
Same situation.
Okay.
I'm looking forward. Shout out to Isaiah Briscoe, my guy.
That's
That's
Keep
your
getting
man.
That's my guy.
That's your guy.
Keep getting them checks.
Yeah, man.
Most definitely keep it legit.
I'll circle back worst of the week, man. Tyler Honeycutt, man, former NBA player, killed of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in the shootout with the cops. Now, this is the thing, Tyler Honeycutt. His mom called the police, said he's acting erratic.
Mhm.
Came in, police came in, he's shooting at the police, man. Yeah,
Right.
so he went out rough, man.
That
But I
sounds
remember
bad.
him, and that's what it is. You never know what people going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, now for sure. But he was a beast at UCLA. I remember him
Yeah.
coming out. He was ahead of Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of people from that 2009 class. So it's tough, man.
So
Yeah, that
strong.
ain't nothing. Yeah.
I guess since we circling back,
Yeah.
I'll go. I had 2 of them.
Okay.
The first one was the black woman and the daughter getting the cops called on them for trying to get into their own pool in their neighborhood.
That was rough.
That's some slaw.
Yeah, bro.
And then, I don't know if y'all saw the video, after the police said, okay, we're just going to end this right here. We're just going to see if a card works to get in. After the card worked, the Caucasian male still said, well, it'd be good if they show some ID. You see what I'm saying?
Come on, they do.
See what I'm saying? Come on, man.
That's wrong.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
But then the second one was the referees in the AAU team. If y'all haven't seen the video, it's a video out there where they show an AAU team actually jumping the referees basically into doing the game.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how it started. The story hasn't really surfaced. It's just a video right now. So we really don't know what was happening, what escalated, but it just looks bad.
It look real bad. Shout out to my refs. I got some homeboys and some refs.
Watch yourself.
Hey, man, put them dukes up.
Hey, because they not playing. They're not playing on that circuit, man. Parents, kids.
It's a lot riding them kids out there on the court.
Kids got the hands now.
They got the hands. Now you got to worry about the parents fighting you and the kids fighting you for the ref.
They get it right back.
Yeah.
They get their hands right back.
Get in that weight room so you can put your hands on.
And one ref wanted all the smoke.
He
wanted all the
He
smoke.
Damn right.
Where you at, Jeff?
Man, UFC went full WWE last night. They brought Brock in the ring after Daniel Cormier won the heavyweight belt, which should have been historic.
For sure.
Two weight class champion. Next thing you know, Brock's in the ring, pushing people, calling people all types of names you can't say on TV.
Yeah.
It was all bad.
Yeah.
Scripted.
Yeah.
It's the only mega fight they can make with with Jones not being able to fight. It's rough, man.
Yeah.
Why Brock just want to stay in the WWE?
Because he really loved UFC. He really loved to fight.
Yeah. No.
That's what he wants. He don't want to be WWE. He wants to be there.
Yeah. I thought the worst week was gonna be your barber, man.
We're gonna talk about it.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. Listen, join the team, man. I'm trying to recruit my dog. Listen, join the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
get you in the dough.
Shout out to Warren Jones.
I
Listen to
loyal.
the show.
Loyal.
Loyalty.
Where you at, Weez?
My worst of the week is Nicki Minaj and Quavo, man, messed up the song of the summer, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think gas in these other remixes too. The other remixes trash.
I mean,
Fly started.
Y'all Fly's fans though. Y'all Fly's fans.
Fly's versus Solid.
That's a solid. That's a solid.
T-Pain shit is just okay. It's
better than Quavo.
You missing it. Nah, Nicki and Quavo is just some slop.
For that to be the official remix, and Fab out here giving you free bars like that.
Yeah, I would switch out Nicki and Quavo for Plies right now.
For Plies and Fab.
Yeah.
Sure.
And T-Pain.
Yeah.
That's the remix.
Go get the Cali version, but they just put a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
Three of
They
them.
should
All
have done
three
that.
of them.
I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Quavo.
Because they was trying to go with the hot
They
name
go
at
with
the
the big
time.
name.
Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Just simply search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, make sure you check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Annabelle Brown and Spike Lee each and every Wednesday. This week's show, the Drake Scorpion album review episode is up. I know Weezy check that out.
Nah.
Side A, side B though. Side B is growing on me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Side B is growing on me.
I can see
For
that.
sure.
That's cool.
You know what's gonna make
Shout out to Reach.
Shout out to Reach.
This challenge.
Shout out to JT.
That challenge is gonna make me hate that song. I used to like that song.
It's
I didn't like
It's gonna get on your nerves.
It's gonna get on your nerves.
It's already got on my nerves.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I can
Kiki
see that.
too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kiki.
And Reach. And JT.
All of them right.
Yeah.
All of them right. Most definitely. The Ladies Room podcast, man. You can check out Rizzo and Anne Marie to find out what the ladies are really talking about in the Ladies Room. The latest episode is up right now. And you can catch up on past episodes and follow Ladies Room Podcast on IG and Facebook. One time for Coach Locke.
Ladies, you look good.
Shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to them. Yes, sir.
Coach got the boo. He closed his eyes on that.
No, you did.
I did.
I hit him with the R&B hands. He was in there.
He got him.
He got that side B. Side B.
He got the R&B wave.
Shout out to him. Don't drown. Shout out to him.
Hey.
Gotta go surfing on them joints. You feel me?
I'm talking to him, coach. Talk to him, coach.
Yeah. Fresh for Dummies, man. Me and my dog Animal Brown, the Self-Help Fashion Podcast, directly related to improving everyday fashion. You can catch our latest issue, History of Music, merch is up right now. Follow our IG page at Fresh for Dummies, simply for the culture. Also go to the YouTube channel, check out COD Live. Hella episodes up right now. Easy to find, youtube.com/realveal. Also, you can go to youtube.com/Fresh for Dummies as well.
And you can read up on your favorite FSP co-hosts. And purchase your FSP merchandise
It's your prescription.
Catch up on past episodes from the other shows we just mentioned, and much, much more. How do you do that, you ask, Weezy? Just simply search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real.
RMG, most definitely. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds in.
I'm going to try.
All right, start the clock.
All right, other than that crap that Brock pulled last night, still no clue if he's going to show up for SummerSlam here in August, so that's not good considering he's the Universal Heavyweight Champion. Don't have your main event, second biggest show of the year. That could be bad.
Yeah.
And also, Madison Square Garden was lit up purple for The Undertaker making his return over the weekend. That's always dope for a house show.
Yeah.
Shout out to Undertaker still getting that check, man.
Yeah.
Y'all see they gave him his own vapor match?
Yeah,
I seen that.
Yeah, man.
They was killing him.
Is it out?
Nah,
it's just for him.
customs.
That's for you, Jeff. You need that.
Yeah.
I'm working on some SummerSlam tickets right now. Talk to HR.
Hey, what happened?
Yeah,
Talk to HR. That's funny.
he pointed to me.
It's my first day.
Yeah, for sure.
Just let you know.
No days off, Jeff.
He got to come to HR for real.
Miss days, man.
He wanted that check in the mail here.
Hey, real
Boy,
good
that
HR.
PTO.
That PTO.
You know what I'm saying?
PTO has accumulated.
It's
over
accumulated.
the
Yeah,
years.
you know what I'm saying?
We gotta talk about that, Jeff. Question of the week. $1 million on the line.
This
Here
should
it
be
comes.
rich.
Here we go, man. Shout out to the listeners.
The higher the money, you know, it's some
This is pretty
crazy
solid.
shit.
This makes sense.
I'm nervous.
Number one, go through college again at a Power 5 school again with a 4.0 GPA. It's gonna be tough. Number two, train to compete and complete a 26-mile marathon. The catch is it's under 3 hours and 30 minutes. The world record is 2 hours and 25 minutes. So. World record. It's a whole nother hour.
No, it's 35 minutes. You say 2 hours and 25?
No, I said you got to complete it in under 3 hours and 30 minutes.
In 3
world
hours and 30
record.
minutes.
Yeah,
we got
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got like 55 minutes.
For sure.
Okay.
All right. Number three, train to swim across the Cumberland River, Titan Stadium to First Avenue. Nah.
That's for the Nashville listeners. They
Yeah,
understand
shout out
that.
to Nashville for sure. That's across. For
No
sure.
way.
And last but not least, drive in a semi-professional NASCAR race, but not come in dead last.
I'm trying to 4.0 in the Power 5. That's my best chance.
It's my best shot.
That's my best
It's my
shot.
best shot.
Your best
That's
shot?
my best shot. Just try my best to get a 4.0.
Yeah. That 26 mile, that marathon ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Marathon ain't gonna have. I'm not swimming across.
The
No
English
way.
Channel.
No,
No
no way.
I'm NASCAR.
You in the NASCAR?
Yeah, I can see that.
I might try the NASCAR.
I'm NASCAR.
I'm coming in dead last in a semi-professional race.
Nah, I'm NASCAR for real.
Semi-pro anything. If you've never done it,
Yeah, you
it's
dead in the
tough.
water.
Yeah, it's
Last week,
tough.
Weezy, you said you wouldn't even get in a NASCAR.
Yeah, but that's $1 million, coach. $1 million.
I can't remember he do anything for some money, won't
I
Come
can
on.
control. Look, with that 4.0, that's all you. You control. It's just
control.
you just
You gotta
gotta
bust
I
your
get to
head.
pick my major.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, give me that.
Yeah.
Pause. Give me, yeah.
Think about it.
African American Studies.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't-
4.0 though.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
You ready?
That means damn near perfect.
I'm sticking to
I'm a
it.
smart guy, Wiz.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It ain't damn
You
near
gotta
perfect.
You gotta be perfect.
Yeah.
You got all A's.
P.
All A's. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Not for sure.
You know?
Make it a little, so going through school, that would be the easiest one probably. What if you had to do it in a, business degree or something like
I
that?
went to school for business.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
rough.
it'll be rough.
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah. Like an accountant or something
No,
like that.
hell no.
Hell no.
Hell to the no. Hell to the no. It's too many distractions.
Too many distractions.
Shout out who gave us
That's
that, man. That's the kind of question of weeks we need.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit more.
Yeah,
a
you
little bit
gotta
more.
swim in the bed of cockroaches and then
Keep them coming at fullsportpress@gmail.com and tweet with questions throughout the week at fullsport. Press, don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe, but more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
to tell a friend.
Tell the 4.0 friends.
Man, tell all the swimming friends.
You need 4.0 friends.
You need for
Not for real.
For real.
Those are friends you need,
You need
long term.
Yes,
Those
sir.
are long-term friends.
Those
They
are
got
good friends to
good
have.
work ethic.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
Oh,
Their
man.
skin is clear.
Yeah. Drink a lot of water.
Drink a lot of water.
Man.
Most
You know they wouldn't staying up too late.
Sure.
You know.
You know they're not going to none of the
Showers
parties.
are limited though.
Oh, what?
Oh, We got to talk about that one. I don't know about that one.
I'm telling you, the Revolution will be podcast, most definitely. Before we get started the first half, we just got a poll question for the listeners.
Yes, sir.
Let the people hear it.
This week's poll question is, which rookie are you most impressed with so far in the Summer League? You got Marvin Bagley, Colin Sexton, DeAndre Ayton, Kevin Knox.
Kevin Knox. Was there? Okay. I would say Tobias Harris is definitely he's doing his thing.
He's better than Tobias Harris.
You're a damn dude. Tobias Harris averaged 20 points this year.
I just think he's gonna be a better player than Tobias Harris.
He'll never average 20 points a game. Gonna be there.
That's a hell of a bet.
Yeah, never. We'll say 5 years.
5 years?
That's a lot.
Okay. Averaging 20 is tough. This is the thing.
We just said never though. That's how.
When you say you gotta go 5 years, here we go. That's the bet on Buddy.
15.
This is the last year. This is the last damn year.
15.
It's the day the Geechee is here. Okay. This is the thing about Kevin Knox. I'm impressed with him the most because playing in Kentucky, man, it's hard to get off there, man. It's very difficult
because everybody around you is your talent.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He's better than what they expected.
For sure. Yeah, they got to go, man. That's what everybody's saying. What about Bagley? Bagley looks good.
Bagley doing what I thought he was going to do.
Aiden didn't play in his Pumas last night.
That's tough.
He played in Kobe's last night. So they probably hurting his damn feet.
He going to get out of there.
He's going to get out of there.
Yeah. He gonna get out of there.
That's rough right there.
Yeah.
Damn. He made it to the regular season.
That's not a good look. It's not a good look. Damn. Some swallows.
They look like Kobe's with Clyde tops.
That's
how they got the Kobe bottle with the Clyde.
They're trash.
He was playing them all white. So.
All white.
Yeah. Man, nothing.
What kind of contract he got where he can already switch?
Well, if the shoe's not working for you to be perform at a high level, you play. They'll let you do that. Most definitely. Let us know what y'all think about
it. Nike going for that.
Nike got Puma anyway, though. Somebody owns Puma. I thought it was under somebody.
No, it's Converse. Nike.
That's what I'm thinking about. Converse.
Sure. Y'all ready to start the first half?
Do it.
Let's go.
The first half is underway.
First half, how the sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week at the Full Sport Press podcast. Before we start, I'm J.O.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Our weeds was popping.
It's your man, Coach Locke.
Coach Locke, where you at on social media, man? Did you put out the poll yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
we're
waiting on it.
Did you put out the poll yet?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Jeff. Definitely gonna follow that. So, you would not catch the poll on social media.
Poll question.
Thank you. But you can catch me at Locke_the_great on all social media.
So you just decided to stick with it? You ain't gonna put the poll
question?
question
I'm gonna put the poll question out.
Okay.
Yeah. When you want to, though.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm J-Ho everywhere. Catch me if you can. I'm the gingerbread man. Better know.
I'm at FSP_Weeds on IG and I'm Hot Weeds on Twitter.
Yeah, you are. You most definitely are. Jeff.
J Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
Easy said and done. That's him. JTE the franchise, baby. That's the man. I'm on you today.
It's cool. I love it. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good, man.
My post on Instagram for this for FSP.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, you said something about your Tinder account.
Oh yeah, what happened to your Tinder account?
Swipe left, right?
I don't have a Tinder account. I don't have a Tinder account.
I mean, we should. You swipe.
I don't have a Tinder account.
Slide to the left.
Hey.
Slide to the right.
Well, what we doing?
Chris.
Okay. What we doing?
Chris.
All right, man. Let's talk about the 2018 remaining NBA free agents. First person we'll talk about is Clint Capella, restricted free agent. Still hasn't signed with anybody yet. What's the hold up with Clint Capella?
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Trying to get a max, man.
Man, just go and re-sign with the Rockets, man. Your life is going to be 10 times easier.
I think they're shorting them, Coach. I think they're shorting them. After you go out and say that this kid is a near elite two-way player, you have to pay a person that's near elite talent, and they're not doing that. So in turn, I think what's hurting them, though, is that nobody else has put in an offer as well.
Because everybody else knows if they get him,
they're going to manage it. And with Jabari, I think the main thing with him was hurting him is the climate of restricted free agents. Nobody wants to give a person a contract, mainly due to the fact that it can be matched at any time. And those two damn knee injuries.
It's got a lot of money out there this year.
Yeah. That's number one, Joe.
A lot of people who had the money have used it on JaVale McGee.
I mean, they said they don't think anybody actually wants Jabari, and I think that's a mistake.
And that's true.
They scared, like you said, they scared of them injuries.
He doesn't play defense. I get that his body's trash, but at the same time, you look at this kid's a number 2 pick. He's 23 years old. He can play. He can help a team.
But can he stay healthy?
Is it locker room stuff?
They saying also true. That's just true. They say his attitude is trash.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
because if you got talent, no injuries will keep you off a squad as long as they can wheel you out there.
Yeah,
I think they gave Greg Oden a chance as long as he could. He can stand up straight.
Yeah. He made it glad.
You know what I'm saying? So long as you got locker room stuff is not there, but once that pops up, they ain't dealing with that and
two injuries. Sure. Number 3, Marcus Smart, restricted free agent as well. Between it being a frigid market, like we said, for restricted free agents, and Marcus Smart's, would you say he has an odd skill set?
He makes teams better.
Yeah.
But what is he great at?
That's
Defense, that's it.
Yeah.
That's a rarity.
Yeah, I mean, he can create, he can rebound, get to the free throw line, flop really well.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, his lack of consistency, like shooting, that slows up the process with him.
He can hit an open shot when it counts.
I wouldn't say when it counts, but he can hit an open shot for sure.
Yeah, just not. I don't think it's consistent.
Yeah,
I think if he was a consistent bucket getter, he would have made it past the first day.
Yeah, for sure.
Not what he can do on the defense end, like you said.
Most definitely.
It's weird about him.
Yeah. Number 4, Isaiah Thomas.
That's your man.
That's my guy. I'm going through and through with him, dog. Hey, that's my guy.
They said just everything. He just ain't signed a line yet. What's up?
Well, he's just trying to make sure that it's some guaranteed money. I think they're trying to give him a 1+1 Weezy's thing, and it's just the fact that
1+1.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Isaiah Thomas. But Isaiah Thomas being the number 1 scoring option, Orlando needs it. Go ahead and make that decision, man. Sign him up, man.
Yeah.
It's just, I've never seen a decline as far as you were supposed to get 150, 160 million all the way to the point you can't get a 23.
It's crazy.
In 2 years.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
That's why I'm rooting for him to bounce back, man. I really am.
Yeah, I need my dad to get another contract. Rodney Hood, also a restricted free agent. What's the climate on him, fellas?
He gonna be in Cleveland. Ain't nobody coming.
Nah.
I think it'll be perfect.
He just ain't showing enough.
And now he would have that time to shine.
Exactly.
The LeBron spotlight is gone. You know, they signed a rookie college Sexton. I mean, they drafted, which they're going to sign him. You still got Kevin Love, which we really don't know what's going to happen. Trade, talk to coming up like that. So I think it's going to be better for him that the spotlight won't be on him now.
I got a Kevin Love scenario.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that in a second, man.
Possibly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But with Rodney Hood, like Coach was saying, he get all his touches. He'll be in a situation where he might be the number 1 scoring option other than Kevin Love on that team. So that'd be good, man. They can start fresh, man. Start from scratch. Where's Scratch at? Just making sure. That's
way over there.
Anybody?
Yonder.
Anybody got any other free agents they want to talk about?
Yeah, Jaleel Okafor.
Yeah. Big job.
You want to talk about another
fall from grace?
Talking about a top pick that nobody's calling.
They say he's a dinosaur.
Nobody's ringing the bell.
Big Jock can still play, man. He just can't defend, man. You like Greg Monroe?
Yeah.
Who's also
a dinosaur.
And Greg also a free agent. It might be
over. He looked bad for Boston last
year.
Yeah,
he looked 100.
Yeah, easy.
So Jalen used to go overseas, get a bag.
Yeah, man. I hate that too. What was he, number 2 pick?
Yeah.
He was up there.
It's crazy.
Big job, man.
And then the original 6 man, Jamal Crawford.
He's getting picked up.
Yeah, he's just waiting.
He'd go to state.
Yeah, he's just waiting.
I'm hoping I'm going to go to
I'm pretty sure it's going
to state. They said Swaggy going to Houston.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Swaggy. Living, man.
Swaggy still celebrating.
Yeah. He's like, man, look, I done
turn up. That's what he said.
He's like, I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
He couldn't wait to get out. He was like, man, I'm tired of this. I'm ready to go party now.
Sure. And he did.
He did.
And he still is.
Yeah. Right now. Championship parade party right now. Anyway, man, for my WWE fans, let's talk about Kawhi Leonard's heel turn that's continuing right now. Reports are flying that since LeBron James signed with the Lakers, Kawhi wants to be a Clipper. To quote Michael C. Wright from the Back-to-Back podcast, he doesn't want to play second fiddle to LeBron.
Wow.
What the hell is going on?
This is fool's gold.
Nah, you damn lie. For real. I believe everything that's said about Kawhi Leonard right now.
Because he don't speak.
He's turning it. He don't talk. You don't come out and defend yourself. Now you got stories coming out that you don't want to play second fiddle. He sounds like an obnoxious ass diva, dog. And it's getting on my damn nerves. How you not want to play with LeBron James?
See what I'm saying?
How?
Come on, man.
How? Why you wouldn't want to play with
Let
him?
me play devil's advocate.
Yeah, please.
Let's play devil's advocate. Are we knocking the guy for not wanting to build a super team?
No, he wants to build a
He
super
wants to build a
team.
super team. He doesn't want to. He want to be number one on the super team.
Right.
Well, he's number one. He's number one on his team now. So obviously,
Exactly. It's not a super team.
That's not. I tell you,
Yeah, it's not. And the Clippers won't be a super team if you add
Hell
him
no.
playing with Pat Bev.
No.
They can fight.
Y'all don't do that. I don't know if Kawhi gonna
Well, I know Pat will though.
If this is anybody else, they wouldn't get picked up at all. They trade him somewhere else. He wouldn't play at all.
What, man?
Anybody else?
Because everybody knows San Antonio runs a tight ship,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a great ship. They win championships
Yeah.
with that ship.
Yeah.
So for them to be looked at as a problem, you know, as an organization, and this all comes from the Isaiah Thomas situation.
That's all it is.
Nobody wants to risk themselves getting into a situation how Isaiah Thomas is right now, just by trusting a team. Yeah, man.
A medical staff.
A medical staff,
Yeah.
for sure.
Kawhi was hiding. They said they was sneaking out the back door when the Spurs showed up.
See what I'm saying? But it's a thing like that. He's a quiet guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to talk.
Right.
So I don't understand why he wouldn't want to go play with LeBron. Because all the media is going to talk to LeBron.
Exactly.
Right.
He's not going to have to answer any questions.
Yeah.
He's going to be all LeBron.
Let's back to me being devil's advocate.
Please.
It seemed like it's something about LeBron though.
What you mean?
Nah, he ain't got a problem with LeBron.
Hear me out. A lot of his, not necessarily his peers like CP3, Melo, the people that his age group,
Right.
but the younger cats don't seem to rock with LeBron.
Because they want to be the man.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you hear Kyrie mentioned, we're gonna talk about this a little later,
Yeah.
but that he didn't want LeBron to come back to Cleveland at all.
At all.
He want to be the man. But
From
that's
the beginning.
but that's
From the
that,
beginning.
that's
Got
a
him
little
ring,
that
though.
new
Got him
generation
chip.
stuff.
He played a big part in that chip.
He
He
did.
iced unanimous MVP for the win.
I just want to see. I want to see Russell Westbrook finish somebody and not playing.
Russ got it. Russ got it.
Russ ain't got shit.
Russ got plenty moments.
Here we
Russ,
go.
Russ has a MVP.
He has that's a lot.
Where's his championships
That's a lot.
at, dog? Where's it?
He has a championship appearance and an
Fuck.
MVP. That's a Hall of Fame career.
Oh, okay.
That's how if he stopped playing right now, he's Hall of Fame.
That goes without saying. man.
Okay, that's a great career,
Yeah.
man.
Now, what I'm saying is, just don't bring up something to the fact.
I was
that
speaking
he
to the
can
point of
do-
my co-host.
Nah.
Weezy mentioned that Kyrie got a chip. I mentioned the moment when he won the chip.
Yeah, no, for sure. My dog got 3.
Oh, Lord. So, speaking of not playing,
Can't argue that.
my 49ers, man, Reuben Foster, was suspended for the first 2 games of the regular season. And he's been fined and suspended without pay for violating NFL's conduct and substance of abuse policies. And they say these violations stem from a weapons offense and a misdemeanor drug offense, which were resolved last year. He will be eligible to return to the active roster on September 17th.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with Reuben, man?
Ruben straight. We ain't gonna miss Rube. We used to play without him. Shit.
Because he always in
Hell
trouble.
yeah, no.
That
We
man
missed
said
him
we
last
ain't gonna miss Rube.
Yeah, no. We're gonna lose to the Vikings week 1. Now
Okay.
then we got the Lions week 2.
That's a dope
And we're gonna beat the hell out of the Lions. We'll beat the hell out of the Lions. And then Rube will be back week 3. So we'll be fine. Them two, we're gonna beat the hell out of the Lions. Beat the hell out of the
Just
Lions.
better hope Garoppolo still standing up
Jimmy
straight
be all right.
after week 1.
Jimmy got sold.
We got some help on the line for Jimmy.
I'm just saying.
It could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
the NFL and their erratic ways of punishment.
Yeah.
I'm just cool. We got 2 games.
Like they
So,
did my boy James.
yeah, and just the way they
You know?
did Zeke.
Yeah.
Shit.
6
Yeah.
games, 3 games.
Yeah.
Fighting.
wrong.
Reuben Foster is a big person on our team, but it's not to the point that we will miss him in 2 games.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that.
Most definitely. Let's talk about some Gator on Gator crime, man.
Oh,
Jabbar Gaffney was arrested on felony criminal mischief charges after he allegedly vandalized his cousin and former teammate from high school to college, Lito Shepherd. Now, Gaffney slashed the tires of Lito Shepherd's BMW and poured sugar into the gas tank
Jesus.
while the car was parked outside the Jacksonville Beach restaurant on June 17th, causing $14,000 in damage. Anybody want to take a guess of what's going on here?
He act like a woman scoring.
Something about a woman, for real.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
their relationship appears to went left because Lito Shepherd reportedly had an affair with his wife.
Yeah.
See?
That'll bring the sugar out for
Yeah,
real.
That's his wife, man.
That's that man queen.
That's
Yes,
his
it's
wife.
queen.
That's that man queen.
He laid in bed with her every night.
That'll bring the sugar out
She
for real.
know all the secrets.
Lito has put out a restraining order against Jabbar.
Yes. I'm sure he
And
has.
Jabbar is saying that it's caught on video, surveillance of somebody actually pouring, some type of substance into the car that Lito Shepherd owns, and then there's a female accomplice comes out and is slashing the tires.
Also, he didn't slash her.
So but it looks like Jabbar gave it, but Jabbar says it was not him. The guy's too skinny.
And
He
man,
called his homeboys out.
the word gators and crime is
It just run hand in hand.
itself together. Like,
Hey, man.
Where T-Boy at, man?
Yeah.
Y'all need
T-Bow's a saint.
He got
to say anything about T-Bow.
That's what I'm saying. He got some pray for y'all, man.
T-Boy out here lying to y'all.
What?
T-Boy out here lying.
Ah, man.
T-Bow probably doing some wild shit too.
Oh my God! All right. Let's get into that. That's not gonna be in the final cut at all.
YouTube is popping, though.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's on the way.
Everyone don't know how to edit.
All right, guys. Let's move clear on after that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about pay scale, guys. Let's talk about two rookies,
Mm-hmm.
number one picks, same sport, different leagues,
Different leagues, way different leagues.
same year.
Okay.
One signs a 3-year deal, number one pick,
Okay.
average $55K a year with the team option, worth $67 on the 4th year. The other, same thing, number one pick, plays the same sport, which is basketball. $6 million a year.
Yeah.
Now, just looking at the numbers,
Yeah.
how does that sound?
Well, it's all about the money.
Great, exactly.
It's all about revenue.
That's all
So,
it is.
the first person I mentioned is Asia Wilson
Right.
from South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
She signed a 3-year deal with the Las Vegas Aces, say that 3 times fast, for the WNBA. The second person I mentioned, DeAndre Ayton, signed his deal with the Phoenix Suns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, recently, some WNBA players have come out
Mm-hmm.
against the pay scale and saying, we just want to make $1 million.
For sure.
Because you've seen in the past, Brittany Griner,
Yeah.
Diane Taurasi, and other players as well have played overseas and skipped seasons in the WNBA
sure.
because the money's just not right.
It's not, for sure.
Like you said, man, it's all about revenue.
Yeah.
The WNBA probably brings in about $50 million a year in revenue, somewhere around there. So you talking about that's a one person's deal in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
They signed in 4-year, $80 million deals.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So you can't expect to get paid like the NBA when your company is not bringing in money like the NBA.
Yeah. The NBA brought in $7.9 billion last
You
year.
see what I'm saying?
This is the problem, though.
Go ahead.
The WNBA is only giving a revenue share of 25%.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA gives up 50% of their revenue.
That's
Right.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
And so that goes back, like Jeff talks about the NFL. You have to negotiate your CBA when you have to take care of your players.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the NFL doesn't take care of their players, and the WNBA doesn't have the leverage to take care of their players.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, their past 3 finals have been the highest rated that they've had.
Mm-hmm.
But the highest salary a person can make is $115,000 a year.
Right.
Now, if you think about that,
Yeah.
what's my man? Darnell Noel just signed
2
2
years.
years for $3.8.
Yeah, for sure.
Maya Moore is the best player in this league,
Yeah.
probably, and can't make over $115.
Don't play.
Yeah.
Go
Look,
season play.
them
Take a
owners-
stand. Don't
They
play.
get $600,000 overseas.
The owners are not
600 to a
going to
million.
Yeah.
They're not going to allow them girls to get paid like that until they start seeing more money in their pocket.
It's
That's
100%.
all it boils down to.
So they just got to renegotiate that CBA, man. Once they do that, things will be better than next
Or
week.
should the NBA donate somebody money to the WNBA?
They already
They
do.
do.
Yeah, they already do.
The thing is,
It's over for them, man.
women's basketball in America
Tread
is...
lightly. We have female listeners.
No. I'm a fan.
I
I'm
am
a fan.
I am
For some reason, it's looked on at like a side eye from some people.
For sure.
Yeah.
But to me, if you want to see how basketball is supposed to be played,
For sure.
that's the game you
watch
watch.
the WNBA.
That's the game you watch.
Yeah, because they have to rely on so many fundamentals.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
So-
what it is.
No, I got you, coach.
No, trust
I'm
me.
an advocate.
I think everybody at the table, minus Weezy, watches
Minus
the
Weezy.
WNBA. I'm just saying. You should, man. You should. So speaking of money,
Seriously, you should.
Yeah, that's right.
Speaking of money, the University of Maryland announced Friday morning they received 2 subpoenas from a grand jury impaneled by the U.S. District Attorney of the Southern District of New York, and they are under FBI investigation.
Ooh.
Now, they complied with the subpoenas by providing responsive records, but none of the responsive records show evidence of any violations of applicable laws or NCAA bylaws by the university coaches, staff, or players. Now, one of the subpoenas requested all emails and communication regarding any improper payments or benefits to a former Maryland student athlete whose name the university kept unknown, citing privacy laws. Now, they were first implicated in the probe in February when Yahoo Sports reported the former Terps standout Diamond Stone received over $14,000 as an enticement to sign with former NBA agent Andy Miller's agency, ASM Sports, after leaving College Park following his freshman year. The second subpoena involves Celio de Sousa, a talented forward whom the Terps recruited out of IMG Academy in Florida 2 years ago. Now, no Terps coaches were named in that second subpoena, but it requested any information and communication relating to recruitment, eligibility, and or amateur status of De Sousa. The U.S.-based guardian for both De Sousa and Fernando received $20,000 payment from Adidas in order to reimburse another apparel company that had already made a payment to try to land both of them in affiliate programs. At the end of the day, it's always about somebody not getting their money.
Yeah, no, for
And
sure.
they do.
Yeah, with Diamond Stone, how in the hell you know Diamond Stone was going there? He's from Wisconsin,
Exactly.
Racine, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
There's no way in the hell he would go to Maryland and play basketball if there wasn't money involved.
Yeah.
So
It looks funny.
it looks funny. It
One of
looks-
my favorite names in basketball.
Diamond Stone.
Diamond Stone.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But with it happening in July, it's gonna go into the July evaluation period, which
Yeah.
can hurt recruiting,
Yeah.
as you know, Coach. So if it happened in February, it'd been a lot easier to kind of get over with
Yeah.
and go right into, because you know what you have to face as far as
What's
suspension of
scholarships.
scholars.
Yeah.
You know, so it's gonna be tough for them, man. And Mark Turgeon, he went 19-13 last year. He's on the hot seat,
Yes, sir.
Most definitely.
and so it's just gonna be tough for him.
Yeah, because nobody wants to go anywhere where their postseason is in shambles.
It's in
They don't know.
trouble.
They don't know if they're going to be able to play the NCAA tournament.
Man, look at Louisville, man. Look what they had to go to.
They in
last
trouble.
year. Yeah, no, most definitely. Before we get started with halftime, let's talk about some backstabbing. It appears to be, yeah, for sure, all the time. What they're trying to do, William?
Take your place.
You better know. They backstabbers. Clipper Darrell, known for decades because of his loyalty to the Los Angeles Clippers when he left being a big-time Lakers fan in 1973 to become a Clipper fan. So, through one losing season after another, he showed his support for the Los Angeles Clippers. That is until LeBron James called. Darrell Bailey posted a picture of himself in a Lakers purple and gold suit with the caption, "When King James calls, it's time for a change."
Ooh.
So, with that being said, the very next day, Clipper Darrell comes out and says, "You know what? After a long deliberation and thought, I was just joking and could never turn my back on the team that he's loved for the last 25 years." Who and what got to Clipper Darrell after LeBron James?
Them tickets went up.
Yeah.
Somebody
He saw the prices. He saw the prices.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what?
What's my man name that owned the Clippers?
Ballmer.
Yeah,
Steve
he
Ballmer.
called. He made a
Yeah.
call.
Made calls and
Yeah.
told him, "I'm going to get your kids
Yeah.
some college situations.
Yeah,
We can't take this in."
No,
Yeah.
not this
Not
one.
this.
Not right now,
We
Clipper.
need you.
Yeah, we need you this year.
Clipper Darrell drives a Chevy Impala that's blue, half red.
See what I'm
need
saying?
We need you.
Yeah, we need
They
you.
need
saying.
you.
Yeah.
Come on, Clipper Darrell.
Come on.
Have some. This
Stay
is the
home.
thing.
Yeah.
And
Stay
we're going
home.
to talk about this in the second half.
Yeah.
But these fans of LeBron James,
Oh, shit.
it's getting on my damn nerves.
Oh,
Speaking of new Laker fans,
Yeah.
I had something that hurt my heart.
Yeah.
So my GOAT,
Yeah,
my greatest player of all
yeah, for
time,
sure.
Allen Iverson posted a picture with
With
a
a
Shaq
Shaq
jersey,
jersey
in the Laker hat.
Yeah.
The hell was AI doing?
He's
a fan, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Kobe would never.
Would
wear it.
never.
He would never. Russ Westbrook would never.
Nah.
There's certain people that you look at and be like, they'll
They ain't
never
doing
do
that.
that.
That hurt. That
Yeah.
hurt.
They not
Like,
doing
his
that.
comments was in shambles.
Yeah, no,
He was
for sure.
defending himself in his comments.
As he should.
Yeah.
Probably wasn't him. Probably wasn't him in those comments.
No. That was him. It was written like AI.
It was really like,
Yeah,
hey,
it was
oh,
written like
oh,
AI.
It was definitely him.
I know my guy.
yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. So superhead. Let's get started with halftime.
What a way to go to halftime.
Oh.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime, we have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-Minute Drill. Coach Brown is a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-Minute Drill. We're going to jump right into it right now. We're going to start off with a little NBA basketball. Marcus Smart. So why hasn't Boston tried to sign this man? Why aren't other teams like Houston or OKC reaching out, trying to get this man on their squad? This guy can really help catapult a franchise to being a contender. You know, we got to talk the Lakers some. You really don't have anyone that can shoot. And that's what they're missing right now. And if you're making all these moves to beat the team in the Bay, which is Golden State, have you made the right moves to beat this team? Still, in my personal opinion, the team that's closest to beating them is Houston. They have lost Trevor Ariza, but we're going to see. Also, another free agent that's still out there. The ageless Jamal Crawford. I don't know. He can still dribble through a keyhole. Jamal Crawford. Where is he going to end up? All right. What I'm going to leave you guys with today, no bum of the week, but we're going to have a flashback performer. I'm going to talk about T-Sizzle at Arizona State. If you don't know, in 2002, Terrell Suggs was the best DN outside linebacker since Lawrence Taylor. He shattered the sack record his junior year with 24 total sacks. 24 total sacks, shattering the previous record of 17. So, hey, that's our flashback performer of the week. Terrell T-Sizzle Suggs, 24 sacks. Hey, man, nobody's going to ever beat that. Hey, I am the coach. Coach Brown, it is. Root. And I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-Minute Drill. First thing he talked about was Marcus Smart not being signed. He'll get there, Coach. He'll get there. Yeah. Because over-exaggerated, saying the fact that OKC doesn't have any money to get him. At all. Houston doesn't have any money to get him, especially they're trying to bring in Clint Capella. Right. He is from the Texas-Houston area, so I can see him going back that way, but he'll be there one more year, and then he'll be an unrestricted free agent. Do the Lakers need shooters? You damn right.
Yeah, right they do.
You damn right. They don't have their shooter now is KCP, Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram. You need another shooter. You need one more shooter.
But the only real shooter.
You need a shooter.
The only real one in the group is KCP.
They should try to go get Corbin. Corbin's available.
Yeah.
I'm
sure he's ready to get out of Cleveland.
I'm pretty sure he is.
He
would love to move to LA.
I think anybody.
Brian, you need me?
Yeah. Come on, man. You sure?
Sure.
I'll come for free. And last but not least, T-Sizzle, man. T-Sizzle got his teeth fixed. He made, he's on Ballers now.
Yeah.
Hey, man, T-Sizzle's popping, man.
He's shining now.
How many more years over and under? 2 more years for T-Sizzle playing in the NFL.
I go over.
Going over.
Yeah.
Push. I like that push. I like that push right there too.
Yeah.
T-Sizzle was a player, man.
Yeah.
I had him on Madden 1 year. And that Madden be cheating. I got man. I don't even want to talk about it.
His baller scene is epic, though.
Yeah, he shook Ballers that first time he came on there.
What a way to make an appearance.
Shout out to
T-Sizzle. Let's get started the second half, fellas.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the LeBron James effect. FSPStyle, fellas.
Yes, sir.
Right, before we get started, I'm your host.
Your boy Big Joe.
I'm Weezy. What's cracking?
Man, Coach a lot.
Yeah, so LeBron James' move to Los Angeles is expected to have more than just an impact on the Lakers. This move will affect the entire NBA in so many different ways. King James personally grabs hold of collective psyche of fans. That's the part that pisses me off. Team officials and even civic leaders single-handedly in control of their fortunes for the next 4 years. Now, his influence on the league is unquestioned, and his decision affected every contending team. So this episode, we'll discuss 10 reasons how LeBron James' free agency decision affected the NBA. First thing, we'll talk about how it affected the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, LeBron James, the Cavs, right? So when he left, they went 97-215 during his spell in Miami. And while he was there, they were 4-23 for the last 4 years without him.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly he affects the team. What should Dan Gilbert and his team, Kobe Altman, do to bring back or maintain some type of normalcy as far as winning with the Cavs?
Well, they already did it. My bad, coach. They already did it. All that trade they did last year. They prepared themselves for this.
They did. They were prepared for this.
Yeah,
I think so. And they didn't want to put themselves in a situation where they were going to be behind the 8 ball and make trades and LeBron James walks.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not getting rid of people to appease him because he was already gone.
Mm-hmm.
So with Kevin Love, should they keep him or trade him?
I'm going to trade him.
Trading Kevin Love.
If I can get picks. I don't even want players.
It makes sense.
I want picks.
Yep.
I want picks for 2019. Top picks.
Yeah.
That way, because you're starting over, baby.
Yeah, you are.
That's what you're doing. So you already got your point guard in college section.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You get a couple of picks, and then you can go get you a wing, because that's what the league is going to.
Yep.
You need a dominant wing to win.
Mm-hmm.
Think about all the top players in the league. Kevin Durant,
You win.
wing.
Yeah.
Steph on the guard.
Russell Westbrook's a win.
Wing. Kawhi Leonard, wing. LeBron James,
Yeah.
wing.
Whatever.
So, I'm giving them up if I get draft picks for the future and high draft picks.
Go ahead, Jeff.
With Cleveland, you got to make a decision. Either you blow it up or you become the Atlanta Hawks and be just good enough to make the playoffs in the 6th, 7th, 8th seed every year.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way that team is constructed, with Kevin Love as your number one, if Sexton is 75% of what he was in college, and hopefully Rodney Hood becomes the player we all think he is,
Mm-hmm.
that's good enough to make the playoffs in the East.
Especially now.
Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? With the role players they already had, and if Tristan Thompson becomes anything,
Yeah.
it's just anything. You know what I mean? So, so they're good enough to be a playoff team for the next 2 to 3 years. But you got to look at yourself and say, do I want to rebuild or do I want to just make a good enough splash to where I'm still competitive? That's the decision you got to make. Because if not, you got to move Kevin Love.
With J.R. Smith, they said that they want to build the team around him and Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, I heard that.
For sure.
I thought I was.
Hit it. Nah,
I can't
lying,
make that
coach.
up. I
You
can't
lying,
make that up.
No, seriously.
Build it around him.
Terrible.
Yeah.
See, that's why they're going to be in the bottom of the barrel.
See, that's everything I just said. Take all that shit back. 'Cause that's why they ain't gonna make the playoffs now.
So you got George Hill, Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith, Jordan Clarkson, and Kyle Korver are on a combined $71.2 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's just next year.
Mm-hmm.
So now Cleveland, very lucky with the draft.
Mm-hmm.
They got what, 3 first-round picks? 3 number 1 overall picks in 4 years after LeBron left for the first time.
Right.
So I would press my luck again. I would trade Kevin Love
Mm-hmm.
and maybe just to a team that really needs him on the decline.
Mm-hmm.
You would say Orlando would be good. They just traded Bismack Biyombo. They got a hole at the 4 position.
Right.
Or you can trade him to a place where he's from, Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can trade him to Toronto, Surge. It's a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of different places he can go.
Yeah.
That first round pick won't be as good because Toronto will be good.
Exactly.
They all going to suffer.
Or
Also, go ahead.
What's this big Kevin Love?
there's a contract at Oklahoma City that's horrible.
Okay,
That's expired after this year.
it is
Who is
Carmelo
that?
Anthony. There's no way
That can happen.
that won't happen.
Mathematically, it can happen.
Oh, the math is
If
perfect.
Cleveland wants to blow it up,
Yeah,
if you get out of the Kevin Love contract
yeah.
and bring on Melo's contract for 1 year
Yeah.
and possibly buy him out
Mhm.
when he becomes a free agent he wants to be anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it works.
I get that.
And we cooking at OKC then.
Melo has a no trade clause.
Come on. If he knows he's getting
Melo.
bought, but if he knows he's getting bought out,
Yeah, immediately.
come on, man.
They also...
Because he wants to go to Houston.
Yeah, he wants to go.
Yeah, we know that.
We know it's going to affect the Cavs ticket sales, too.
Yeah.
Like,
Almost there.
when he came back to Cleveland from Miami in 2014, their ticket sales spiked from 100 times. They jumped from $25
Mm-hmm.
to $386.
Yeah.
So it lets you know how bad it got as far as ticket sales and what's going to happen the same thing.
But you know how crazy it was? They made the people who bought front row tickets last year, they locked them into a 3-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
So if you bought tickets last year to see LeBron, you got to do it for 2 more years.
You see, they knew that.
They
And they knew that.
That's a good ticket sale.
They knew that. They knew
That's
it. So they seen it right on the wall.
Yeah, the writing was definitely on the wall. Speaking of sales, what about the city of Cleveland? How will they be affected with the loss of losing King James?
Oh, God. They're going to lose so much money,
Yeah.
job opportunities. Like in 2014, they reported in 2015 that his return resulted in a 9-figure economic boost for downtown Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
They did a study in 2017 that was by American Enterprise Institute, basically saying that when the time that he was in Miami and Cleveland, everything from a miles radius of the stadium increased by 13%. The employment with those established increased by 23.5%. On the other hand, the numbers dropped whenever he left from those cities.
Yep.
So he not only affects the organization, he affects people in the city for jobs, people's restaurants and business and all of that.
All that.
Yeah.
Well,
He give it, then he take it.
Yeah.
the good thing that's going to happen for Cleveland is the Browns are going to be better.
The Browns will be better. Shout out to Tyrod Taylor.
The Indians are competitive.
Very, very.
So it's not as dim as it was when he left the first
For
time.
sure.
When he left the first time, it was like
It's
true.
he was the only hope in the city.
Yeah,
He was the city for
He was the
real.
city.
So this, go ahead, Wilson.
But the Browns gonna be good. Oh, okay.
Be better.
Better. I didn't say they're going to be
16.
great. I said they're going to be great. I said they're
They
going to be
won
better.
one game.
Yeah,
by the way.
that's
That's
2
2
Browns
years.
be better, and Indians will do what they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Terry Franco.
But losing LeBron James,
Yeah.
the best player, to come to Cleveland
Ever.
it's gonna be like a travesty to hit that time.
Every year.
Not
But
this time,
this year.
I
But
don't think.
literally, you have to think about it. When he left, it was literally just
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about money wise.
No, what I'm saying is there's still if you bring back Rodney Hood, you can win 40 games.
That's what I was saying. It's like they have a roster in place where they can
Yeah.
beat like the Hawks were all those years when they were a 6 seed or a 5th seed or a
What
7
I'm
seed.
saying is, y'all, if we live in Cleveland, us four right here, I'll call you, hey, let's go to the bar tonight, watch the game.
Right.
There's gonna be something else. I can't be down there.
Right.
That same I can't ain't gonna be down
No,
there.
that's
No,
over
no,
with.
no.
That was
So
LeBron.
we're
That
not
left for
going to spend no
LeBron.
money.
Yeah, for sure.
As soon as he signed the contract,
Yeah,
that was
it's over
gone.
with. Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah.
So we're not going to the bar and spend that money.
Tristan running that high.
Yeah, Tristan ran a block.
Tristan ran that all the way.
Moving on. What about Nike? How would Nike be affected by this?
Business is booming.
Listen, with the Los Angeles Lakers being the organization that they are, that's
Mhm.
historically a big money franchise, it's just going to increase.
Yeah.
LeBron James, Lakers jerseys are already flying off the shelves.
Hell yeah.
They haven't even printed them up yet.
and think about the paraphernalia
Mm-hmm.
for Lakers. Colorways for LeBron shoes. They're going to figure that. Guarantee they'll figure out a way to do like they did with his LeBrons. He was bringing it, mixing in the Griffiths. Not the Griffiths, the
Griffiths too.
Yeah,
Griffiths,
you know the Kobe's coming.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
So the Nikes is just gonna go crazy.
Yeah. They have another top player wearing purple and gold.
Yeah.
If you saw the way that Kobe was marketed in China, the way that, because the Lakers are the biggest team in China now that Yao Ming is gone, you have to know that the Lakers will take advantage of that and use LeBron the exact same way that they did Kobe. Till death do us part, man. They're in a big time, long term relationship.
Are the fans in LA more excited than Shaq, than LeBron coming than Shaq was when he came to LA?
No, hell no.
I think that was prime Shaq.
Yeah, nah.
That was prime motive.
They know this is 4 years and it's over.
Yeah.
The light at the end of there was no light at the end of the tunnel. It was just like a big ass hole of just optimism when you brought Shaq. Oh,
Because that was Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Anthony Peeler.
Yeah, then
that was
you
a
had
bad
young Kobe
team.
Bryant that nobody even knew that they was gonna get. So
Right.
yeah, no, for sure that Nike situation is gonna be crazy. Was you getting you a Nike LeBron jersey?
It's on the way.
See
It's on the
what
way.
I'm saying? Let's move on to Hollywood. How will LeBron James move affect his Hollywood status?
Space Jam 2, baby.
Space Jam 2. Space
Oh,
Jam.
yeah.
And a House Party reboot.
Yeah,
House party. I want to see the house party.
Yeah.
He's doing a house party.
Yeah, for sure. It's gone are the days that you have to be in a big market to sell something.
Yeah.
But if you are in a big market, it's even easier to sell something.
Because he was doing all this stuff in Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
Like, he had the Cleveland Hustles show on MSNBC. I don't know if you ever check it out. It's a dope show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had the show on NBC, the game show. He had Survivor's Remorse on Stars. Like, he was doing this stuff from Cleveland and Miami. So just think about what he's going to do with the resources of Hollywood behind him.
So do you think we're going to see a big increase during the 4 years with that or after? Because personally, I don't think he's going to do too much in those 4 years.
I
while
think
he's
it's
still
dirt.
playing.
I think it's dirt.
Oh, it's during for sure. Because it's you can take advantage of living in LA.
Right.
You can have a dinner
Right.
and a breakfast and a brunch,
Mhm.
all in the same day with big time movie Hollywood execs.
True.
You can't. Those are conversations and phone calls and conference calls if you're in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So it's a way better opportunity for him to take advantage of these 4 years.
And me personally, I know I'm in the minority on this statement. I don't think he's there just for basketball. I don't think he's there for what I mean by that. I think one of his feet is already inching towards the door of leaving basketball alone. He's preparing himself after that. So that's what this move is intended to be.
I think we're gonna see some of the best we have seen LeBron. He's at peace now.
Yeah.
In his head, he's at peace up here.
Yeah.
He just, I'm where I want to be. I made my own decision. I don't care about who was asking about it. He at peace.
He wants to get one championship for every team he's played on. He will get that. He will strive to get that. That'll even add to his legacy. But at the same time, you got Spring Hill, you got Uninterrupted.
Yeah.
You take that will only thrive with him being in LA.
I just don't think it'll kill him mentally as much as not having it for Cleveland was bothering him.
Yeah.
And moving to Miami just to get those first two. Like, not getting one to LA won't hurt him or won't hurt his mental psyche at all.
Right.
Well, like you said, with having 1 foot out of basketball, that's one of the reasons I think he wanted to go to LA so he could get under Magic, because Magic has done it the right way.
The Hall of Fame mogul.
Magic has so many businesses that he's making money off of. LeBron wants to beat that too.
Yeah.
So he has the right person that he's going to be able to go in the wing and do that and learn how he did that.
I think about that.
Yeah, Magic look. Yeah, that's a big look. What about the Lakers? And even Los Angeles will kind of combine those into two. With the Lakers' annual preseason game, it was $156 before LeBron got there. Now they're on step up for $2,800 for his first preseason.
Come on,
It's
man.
going to be the same effect that it did in Cleveland.
Sure, man.
At a higher scale.
Everything is going to increase.
Just picture that first game 1 night, opening night of the season.
That's how much the ticket's going to be. Insane.
No.
No, I do not.
No,
I'm going to
no.
watch that one from the
For sure.
Yeah,
I'm really mad at LeBron for making me stay up to this ungodly hours every night to watch basketball now.
I'm going to have to catch those highlights.
That's going to be some slaughter. The Lakers are going to be. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Basically, great
You know,
segue. Yeah.
The Lakers are going to be on TV so much now. It's going to be back like the Showtime Lakers. They're always going to be on TV. Kobe. They're always going to be on TV.
Yeah.
And the game ain't going to start till 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
No, you ain't.
I hear you. I'm just saying.
Like that.
No, you ain't.
The rumor is him playing against Kyrie on Christmas Day. Golden State playing against Houston, I think, on Christmas Day. So that makes sense. But back to the Lakers team, they didn't have trouble scoring last year. They just had health issues. They ranked 11th in the league in points per game and 14th in field goal percentage, just ahead of Houston. So they have a team that was ready to score, minus LeBron James.
Right.
He's only going to make them a lot more efficient by coming in there and bringing some type of normalcy and also a championship attitude.
And they're going to have them play defense, of course.
Yeah, he's going to have them play defense.
Yeah.
He's going
He
he
ain't
ain't playing no more defense.
I keep saying that. I don't think my boy just gonna stop playing defense.
He's not, but he's not going to be the defensive player he was early.
There we go.
That's what
Because
we're
he has
saying.
to save so much gas on offense with the teams that he's played on for the last year and a half. But here's the definition of the LeBron effect. So LeBron leaves Cleveland, right? Goes to LA. Now they have the second best odds to win the title next season. Just with LeBron James.
That's crazy.
That is the definition of the LeBron effect.
Will he come out the West?
Ooh.
I don't think he will this year.
It
I think
depends.
I
I'm
think
telling you,
he's a real way.
they're going to get Damian Lillard, y'all. I'm telling you, they will get Damian Lillard.
I'm
Hell
cool
or
with
high
that.
water or Kemba Walker. If you had the choice between Damian Lillard and Kemba
Damian
Walker, you taking Kemba. I'm
Dame.
taking Kemba.
Dame.
I think Kemba is a lot easier and used to making plays at a high level, being to the fact that he is a person that played with the Charlotte Hornets. He's used to that. Dame Lillard,
I like that thought process.
yeah,
But Dame is used to playing against the Western Conference.
I agree. Now that's true too.
And he has big games against big point guards in the Western Conference.
Okay, I agree with that 100%. Dame Lillard though, playing with LeBron James, do you think that he would kind of sulk or go away or like shrink in big games because he had a real hard time with Drew Holiday when they were doing the boxing one on him.
He did.
Yeah. But you can't do that now.
Yeah.
You can't do that with
You can't
LeBron
do that
James.
with
Hell no.
So it's going to make it easier.
Yeah, everybody's easy.
And that's my guy, so I'm biased, but I'm still taking Damian
Is that
Lillard.
the equivalent of when he had Kyrie?
No, he's not good, Kyrie.
No, he not. Hey now.
Wait a minute now.
Hey now. Hey, y'all, this is what I'm trying to tell you now.
Hold on now.
Dame Lillard will look just as good as Kyrie.
Yes, he will.
I'm telling you, man.
He will look like you. You just mentioned.
He will look.
He will look.
That's all we need.
That's what we're saying.
But he couldn't. No.
What? You tell me he can't. They can't give it to him. Let him get a last second shot to get that bucket. He can do that.
So.
What?
No, not
he hitting that shot. He hitting that same shot.
Yes. Man, you crazy, boy.
So let's move on to the next topic.
I know that you got, Coach. I just got to ride up a little bit.
Let's move on to the next topic. LeBron fans. Now,
Oh,
easy.
my God.
You are a LeBron fan. I watched church today. Bishop Walker said, I'd like to make an announcement. I'm a Laker fan. This will come in droves.
I got a question about that. I'll ask you outside.
Okay.
Sure.
Please.
These fans, it's a combination of two of the worst fans ever. LeBron James fans are terrible. As Weezy can attest. Yeah. And then the Lakers fans that have been around since Kobe, they're terrible. It is a terrible. It's a match made in hell.
It don't mix.
It's like it's going to be problems, and people they're gonna blame LeBron
all the time.
And then the Lakers fans are like,
Kobe
not like they didn't win, right? Like they just didn't win 35 games last year.
Listen to me, the Kobe comparisons are going to already be started.
I know people that listen to the show, I'm not going to name names,
for sure,
that are Lakers fans who are generally irate at them signing LeBron. Have said they're not Lakers fans next year.
I cannot. I don't see how you can say that. I just don't.
I talked about. I'm not going to sound a dead horse, but we spoke about it. Like when they were building something. They were a young team.
That's true.
Yeah, they're doing it the right way.
But you still have the best player in the planet.
Anywhere you go, you was going to get somebody. Yeah, that's what they were setting up to get somebody.
But they didn't want to do it.
Who did they want? What?
They didn't want anybody. They wanted to run with their team. They wanted to build their team.
To this show,
they
Congratulations.
They didn't want to win no championships ever then. Because they
were saying that you could ride this out the same way Philly is.
No, hell no.
They didn't have Philly talent.
The same way Golden State built their team.
Yeah, they didn't have Philly talent though. They got Golden State talent.
They don't have that.
We don't know that.
Zobal is not.
We don't even know that.
Yes, we do know that.
And two different players. No, wait. I'm not saying he can shoot like Steph Curry.
Right.
He's the greatest shooter we've ever seen.
For sure.
But
he would never win
Lonzo,
MVP.
I'm not gonna bet that. But Lonzo could be a serviceable.
Serviceable.
No, he'd be a 6 to 8 time All-Star.
Where's your Joel Embiid?
He could be.
Where's your Joel? I agree, but where's your Joel Embiid?
Julius Randle's not Joel Embiid, but he had the year that no one expected him to have. Yes, it was a contract year.
Yeah.
But we don't know him going to New Orleans could be the pick of the offseason.
It could be great.
Yeah.
He might not even start, but it could be great.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So how will LeBron James's decision affect the All-Star game?
Did he just take away a spot?
Good thing they changed their format.
Well, you have now. So it was a big change in the guard last year when Gordon Hayward goes east. Then you have Carmelo Anthony coming to OKC, Jimmy Butler, like you said, Paul George, Paul Millsap. Those are all stars that went west.
Right.
Made it even more difficult to be a All-Star. But we'll start in the All-Star game in the East. So you got Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
You got Kyrie.
Mm-hmm. Ben Simmons.
Victor Oladipo.
Embiid.
Brad Beal.
John Wall, maybe.
Blake Griffin. John Wall for sure.
You said Kyrie.
Al Horford.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Kyle Lowry.
Maybe Tatum.
Yeah.
Maybe Tatum.
Yeah. So, I said DeRozan. Yeah. Yeah. But either way, like you look at it and you say,
Kevin Love.
Yeah. So in turn, that's going to be an easier. And then you go to the West. Chris Paul didn't even make it last year.
He's taking
somebody's spot. We already know that.
I think it's just a substitution of Blake Griffin goes. When he went West, he wasn't there last year, but in turn, LeBron goes there. He just takes that spot. Because Blake Griffin would have made it if he didn't get hurt this year.
Yeah, but would he been a starter, though?
Boogie.
He wouldn't have been a starter, though. You think Blake would have been a starter?
Boogie's still out.
Yeah.
You think he'd have been a starter, though?
Don't forget about Porzingis. Well, Porzingis going to be hurt.
Yeah. In the East, yeah.
Porzingis will be hurt.
No, he's not going to play until... I didn't mean that.
Yeah. So, let's kind of go through the conference. So, who you guys have in being the number one seed now in the East? Boston. I think their biggest concern will be controlling all of those egos.
Yeah. I think Brad will be able to do it, though. If anybody can do it, I think Brad Stevens can do it.
I think we give a lot of credit to Brad Stevens.
This is the year he got to coach. Because now those players who were secondary players have experienced the limelight now.
Yeah, but to get to that, you had to coach them to get to that.
Right.
You have to give that man a lot of credit. You lost your number one and your number two, and then you still make it to the Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah, but now Kyrie and Gordon Hayward are going to have to take smaller roles in the offense.
That's true. So we're going to see
his ass coach.
He can do.
And plus, we expect him to win now. We expect it. We can't say no more. You know what? They ain't got the players. They got this far. Was cool.
Right. Ain't no more of that.
That shit done.
Yeah.
What about two?
Ceiling is the roof. Like
shout out to Mike. Shout out to y'all. We got one for the Hill. But we got 2 seed. Philly, Boston. Philly.
Yeah.
Philly or Toronto.
Philly.
Toronto didn't lose anybody out. They bringing back their assistant coach. Now,
trust the MVP process.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That dude right there, the head coach was the assistant coach.
So
you mean the assistant coach was the head coach?
Yeah, for sure.
The assistant coach for Toronto last year was not the head coach.
Yeah. Nick Nurse.
I'm still trusting the MVP process.
DeRozan coming back.
That's what Joel Embiid said.
I get it. So you got Philly being the 2 seed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think the only thing they got to worry about is the way that they're not playing Markelle Fultz. If he gets in there and they bring in Wilson Chandler, who replaces Marco Bellinelli and Ersan Ilyasova. That's really going to help. Yeah. Philly with Wilson Chandler, they might be a 2 seed for sure. Yeah. What about Indiana?
4.
Yep. You know what they got to make a decision about? Because DeMontis Sabonis and Miles Turner both play the best at the center position. Yep. They have to make a decision on one of those. Somebody has to start.
Sabonis could be special.
Sabonis
could be special.
He's offensively strong.
Yeah, and they both only 22 years old.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
a good decision to be in.
Yeah, no, for sure. Milwaukee, they have Bud.
Yeah. So, what about Washington?
Washington Wizards, for sure. I think that they're thinking, okay, Gortat was the reason for the problem in the locker room. Yeah. You get him out of there, you bring in Dwight, you got Austin Rivers. We'll see. That's a lot of offense, for sure.
I got him as a 5.
You got him as a 5?
Washington as a 5.
I got Washington as 4.
I got him 4, too.
But with the Western Conference, pretty much safe bets. Golden State, Houston. We don't have to talk about them. Right. They're locks 1, 2, for sure. Yeah. Who's in 3?
Lakers.
Hell no.
I'll tell you what I think.
I would say
I respect that.
I would say OKC or maybe Denver. I think Denver makes a big move because you get Millsap for the full year. Yeah. T-Wolves.
I don't think that team is gonna look like it's supposed to look. I don't.
They beefing.
Yeah.
But he ready to go.
Jimmy ready to go.
Portland.
Portland. But that's all going to be.
Because you said Portland,
they might be gone.
And even the bad teams are going to be good. The Kings will be better. The Suns will be better.
I'm going to tell you, going to be
should be better
because of what's going on. San Antonio's still going to be in the mix.
San Antonio still will be in the
mix. As long as
every year.
And he ain't gonna play.
No, I'm saying without him.
He's not gonna play.
He said he ain't gonna play.
They so used to playing without him.
Yeah,
I think they'll be fine.
Pop
my sleeper team this year, the Dallas Mavericks. Watch what they do. Is it a sleeper? Is it?
No, that's they could be this year's how everybody thought Minnesota was going to be, or how Denver was. Yeah. That could be Dallas this year.
I think they'll be like how the Pacers were last year.
I respect that.
The Mavericks didn't make the playoffs, right?
No.
Yeah, so that could be a sleeper.
Yeah,
they could take New Orleans spot. I don't think New Orleans gonna make it.
Yeah, I think they're
gonna. I don't think Portland's gonna make it either.
They got it for Payton too. I like that they got it for Payton.
With Damian, you think Portland will make it?
Well, if it keep Dame.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the thing.
So bringing it full circle back to LeBron, where would they be? It's 1 through 8. I
can see them being 7, and anywhere from 7 to 8, 9.
I got LeBron and them going 6.
They're gonna be a 6. I'm telling you, they're not gonna finish that last 3. I promise you.
So you think they're going 5th? You got them 5th?
5th or more. I got them 3.
There's no way that they have.
I got them higher than 6, 7, 8.
So you got, like we said, we got the 2 locks.
Yeah. OKC's in there.
Houston. Oh, that's 2 locks. Yeah. So that's 3 already.
Yeah, they're not gonna finish in that bottom 3. I promise you they're not.
We'll see.
I promise you.
We'll see.
I got them at 5.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying 6, 7, 8, but I wouldn't be surprised if they 6, 7, 8.
They won 35 games, right, with that team.
Yeah.
Right. LeBron James can bring in
20 wins.
Hell no. That's 55 wins.
I'm telling
that's
you.
The West. Everybody in the West had 54.
I'm telling you, dude.
It's a harder West.
20 wins?
3 through 8 had 50 plus wins.
I think they'll win 47 games.
I say it'll be anywhere from 15 to 17 more.
3 through 9 had 50 plus wins last year in the West.
But it's the thing, out of those teams, who made the moves that their teams changed up?
San Antonio's going to look different. New Orleans going to look a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know about Portland yet. Denver's got better.
Thank you.
Denver's got better. Dallas has gotten better.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to win 50 plus to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You got to win 50.
It's gonna be. You got to win 50 games like the playoffs in the West.
We'll see.
Most definitely.
And that is the LeBron effect. Most definitely. Fellas, Weezy, you got your new segment right back.
Yes, sir.
Let the people hear. What's the name of your new segment, Weezy?
What? In case you missed it.
Most definitely. That's exactly what it is.
That I forgot.
You almost did. You almost did.
You was finna say what the people want.
Right. Talk yourself though.
This week's, in case you missed it, is Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson are planning to play a $10 million winner-take-all 18-hole golf challenge.
Nice.
Big money
In Las Vegas. Primetime TV if everything goes through.
Big money.
Keep your eyes open, big baby.
Keep your eyes open.
You know
Winner
what?
take all.
Winner-take-all. That'll be good for golf.
They need that.
They do.
Golf purists, I hate that.
Yeah, and they will.
They
But
do.
they're dying.
Golf is dying to slow down.
I would watch every tournament if it's winner-take-all. I'll watch a lot of tournaments. Not every tournament, but I watch a lot of tournaments. Wouldn't y'all?
They saying
I think they should keep it 1-on-1 like that though.
People don't want, like, golf purists don't want to see that.
Because they ain't the money changes.
Yeah, they're saying the Vegas odds were so crazy that people were betting on summer league games.
Yeah.
People were losing so much money
Oh,
on
summer
summer league. Yeah.
This is the world we're about to live in when sports betting become legal in some different places.
Man.
Don't take them trips.
It's gonna
Ain't
be
taking
crazy.
no trips no more.
Yeah.
Once Mississippi get it, we good.
Ooh, tournament. Ain't never been a tournament, but I will be
Yeah,
there.
you'll be a frequent visitor.
It's a freaking weekend, baby.
Yeah,
About to have
have
some
some
fun.
fun.
Fellas, another show in the books.
Yes, sir.
Keep the questions coming at fullsportpress@gmail.com. Anybody got anything they want to say before we get out of here?
Hey, we got the cups on the way for y'all.
Cups on the way.
FSP cups on the
Cups
way.
on the way.
They on the way.
Pull up.
Be looking for those.
Yeah.
They'll be on the table soon.
Kiki,
I'll be
are
drinking.
you right?
There we go.
JT.
Yeah.
That's your song right there. That's a joint.
JT. TT.
That's a joint.
BB.
Living my best life.
Everything paid for, big baby. After that, you hear me?
Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe.
Yeah.
But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Tell a friend living their best life.
Most definitely.
To tell a friend.
To tell Kiki and
Are you with
Risha.
And
Tell
JT.
Yeah, for sure. Are they right? Weezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff.
Camera's always on, brother.
Coach Lod.
Get a drum song.
Better know it. The Revolution will be podcasted. We are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.